Good Monday makers. Today we are going to check out the wonderfully creative builds that have been posted to the community throughout the week. Let's take a look. The first one we've got is by Joe, and he made this really simple and efficient firewood rack. What's the problem with a firewood rack? If you make it out of wood itself, right, it rots over time, ends up decaying like the wood is drying, right? But he made it out of EMT conduit and did a fantastic job. I love the bends. He made these hairpin bends on the top and then used our connectors around the bottom to create the framework. And it's smart here too because he used the four-way connector and this little stub to kind of support the weight of the firewood. So fantastic job, Joe. Thanks so much for sharing. I know people are going to like seeing that one. Next one is by Samuel, and Samuel has this beautiful kayak and rooftop camping tent for his vehicle. And he needed a place to store it in the garage while he could still move it around. So he made this really simple rack to do that. He's got the camping tent on the bottom and then the kayak on the top, which is probably a considerable amount of weight between the both of them. And he put the whole build on casters. You can see the caster set he did there. And then just four uprights, four rectangles, one at the top, one at the bottom. And you've got a structure that supports that and is easily being able to move around your garage. So fantastic build, Samuel. Love seeing that one. And the next one is by Dennis. And Dennis is fighting the good fight against the critters, a battle as old as feeding birds. And here's his setup that he just came up with. It looks fantastic. He's got an extra high pole, probably greased, if I know anything about fighting squirrels. And then he's got the cone and more things to deter squirrels. And that's where Maker Pipe comes in. He's got a five-way connector right here supporting this tray and the bird feeder. So fantastic, Dennis. Good luck in your battle this year. I hope you're winning, and it's great to see your build. Thanks for sharing. Next one we've got is by Andrew from Henry's Holsters. They make Kydex holsters. Check them out. And they recently have moved shops, and this is in their packing area, it looks like. And they made a special angled table for their packing boxes. So if it's angled at their packing station, they can put the product in easier, reach to the bottom. So they made this custom fit to their size boxes and made it right point of use at the packaging station. So Andrew, thanks so much for sharing that. We're glad you had a good experience. And point out that he's got some silver connectors that we've been starting to put out there into the wild. So if you're interested in silver connectors with silver hardware, which it looks pretty slick, all one kind of color with the conduit, definitely hit us up and ask for that. So again, Andrew, thanks so much for sharing. And this one's pulled from Instagram. If you want to go on Instagram, we post daily to Instagram and a lot of great builds there too. So we'd like if you check it out. And then the last one we've got is from Chris. And Chris has been on a streak with his builds. And this one is no exception. A really fantastic build, which is uh, a shelving unit for his seedling trays in his greenhouse. It goes wall to wall, and it's got a top and bottom level, and a great place to put his seedlings at the beginning of the year as he's starting out gardening. What's really cool is Chris not only used our T connector and conduit to make this frame, but he also made his own connectors that were 3D printed. And what he came up with is really smart. He took U-bolts, common hardware item you can get at any store, and then he 3D printed these blocks to allow for a crossover connector. So, and that allowed him to get these long, continuous piece of pipe and then support them with verticals without having to cut them in the middle. Great build. He's shared those files. If you want to 3D print them for yourself, or if you need help with that, definitely leave a comment below or ask us for some help. We're happy to help you get those. Seems like a really cool item that Chris came up with and a fantastic build. He also made these 3D printed caps too, that you see on the top of conduit. So he's coming up with all neat things, and I know he's got a lot more in store. So looking forward to that, Chris. Can't wait to see those soon. And that's all we've got for this week. Thanks everybody for watching and posting your builds. If you like these builds, you want to see more, consider subscribing to the channel. And then we also have the Build Anything book that we recently put out. It's an ebook that you can download from our website, and it has over 250 maker pipe builds that really gets the brain going. Maybe it'll help you solve your problem or finish your project. We hope it helps. So definitely check that out. Thanks, everybody. See you next week.